Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Play on GA with me, Seamus Brady. In this video, I'm going to be giving my reaction and match review of the All-Ireland Hurling semi-final, which happened on Sunday between Limerick and Galway. Limerick winning by 27 points to Galway's 121. Now, especially after the game before, where Kilkenny just blew Clare away, a lot of people were really hoping that Galway would turn up and would give a real battle to Limerick, because before the game, a lot of people were saying, it's Limerick's game to win. A lot of people saw it as an easy victory, really, for Limerick. But my God, Galway made them work for it. And I'm going to get into the full match review here on Play on GA. But before I do, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It really helps us out. And let's go. So basically, Galway gave a great account of themselves. Henry Shefflin, of course, his first year really in charge of Galway. So, of course, to get to this stage where they can then put serious pressure on Limerick, massive promise there for Galway going forward. Tom Monaghan and the like were superb, and Ronan Glennon as well, hitting 2 points. There's definite positive signs there for the future. Galway are still a young side, so it's massive that they came this close to the best team in the country, in my opinion, as of right now. Of course, the All-Ireland champions back to back. In this game, Galway had 47 shots and Limerick had 44 shots, but obviously Limerick converted 27 and Galway converted 22. That's massive. Limerick's experience, I think, in this game and their ability to just get over the line, I think that is genuinely what was the separator here. I think Galway were right there in the mix with them for a lot of the game. The sides were level 10 times. And, that just shows how neck and neck Galway were. However, at the start of the game, it looked ominous. In the first 10 minutes, Limerick were sensational. After 8 minutes, they were 6 points to 1 up. Aaron Gillan and Seamus Flanagan were flying right from the start, but the ball into them was excellent because Cathal Mannion was dropping back. Bit of a sweeper, but also Cathal Mannion, I think, is able to pick off sensational points from distance. So I think that's another reason as to why he was back there. He could take those shots from long range, but Limerick were just bypassing him with every ball. It was always into Gillan in one corner, into Flanagan in the other, and always took Mannion out of the game completely. And by the 19th minute, Limerick were 9 points to 4 up, and they just looked streets ahead of Galway. But then Galway surged back, and Tom Monaghan, as I mentioned earlier, and Cathal Mannion were excellent. They hit 4 points each in the game. And one thing that was key that they were getting is they were getting a lot of space around the midfield. Limerick's half-back line do sit deep. They do sit deep to kind of protect the full back line. And then it allows the likes of Diarmaid Byrnes as well to get shots off. But what as well was happening was Galway were getting shots off in the midfield. They got 27 shots in the first half. They only converted 12. That's ominous going in against Kilkenny, who basically missed nothing against Clare. So it's massive that, Limerick tighten up potentially around the midfield, because Galway were getting lots and lots of shots away. And this is what dragged them right back into the game. By the 31st minute, Pádraig Mannion hit a point that made it 13 points. Sorry, Cathal Mannion hit a point that made it 13 points to 12 in favour of Limerick. But Limerick rattled off the last 3 scores before half-time, 2 from Aaron Gillan and 1 from the captain, Declan Hannon, to leave it 16 points to 12 at half-time. But Galway smashed back into the second half. 37th minute, the only goal of the game, a brilliant goal from Brian Kilcannon right into the roof of the net, turbocharged Galway's comeback. And by the final quarter opening, Galway were level with Limerick, 116 to 19 points. In the 66th minute, Conor Whelan hit a point, a gorgeous point, that leveled it at 121 to 24 points. And by this stage, Limerick have rung the changes. They've taken off Gearóid Hegarty. They've taken off Tom Morrissey, unheard of in this Limerick era. These guys are always there. Cian Lynch came on, and that really freed up David Reedy, because Pádraig Mannion went straight on to Cian Lynch when he came in. That meant that Reedy was left free, and he rattled off 3 huge scores coming towards the close, as well as ones from Diarmaid Byrnes, Kyle Hayes and Aaron Gillan. A last minute Diarmaid Byrnes free put Limerick 3 points ahead. That led to Galway having to go for the goal. A long ball by Éanna Murphy, well caught by Kyle Hayes. And I have to say, Donald Logue pointed out on the Sunday game last night, a massive thing that is absolutely valid, that all the Limerick defenders, none of them went up. They all saw that Hayes was going for that ball. They all left Hayes to it, and neither of them got in his way. So Hayes catches that ball, clears it, and Limerick are into the final. 27 points to Limerick, 121 for Galway. Galway have been good this season. The massive victory over Kilkenny in the Leinster Championship. They'd be disappointed with how the Leinster final played out. But then really bouncing back, going down to Thurles and beating Cork. It's a massive result. And putting in a good showing against Limerick in the semi-final. And this is Shefflin's first year. So I would be confident and I would be optimistic about the future with Shefflin with Galway in a few years' time, how much more of a stamp he can put on this team, his own kind of ideologies, his own players. It would be massive to see where they go from here. Like the players that are coming through, the likes of Gavin Lee, the likes of Aina Burke, Keenan Fahy, these new lads that Shefflin is bringing in. Be interesting to see where he takes them. For Limerick, as I said, there's some potential worrying signs there. Hegarty taking off, Tom Morrissey taking off. The fact that, Galway got off more shots than Limerick did, and the fact that Galway were right there with them towards the end of the game, a Galway team that were beaten in the Leinster final by Kilkenny. So Kilkenny will look at this, especially after the beating that they put on Clare, who, by the way, Limerick didn't beat in normal time. It took extra time for Limerick to beat Clare, and they didn't beat them in the round robin. They drew with them. So it's a massive one that Kilkenny actually, after this weekend, as well as obviously the victory, they'll be more confident after watching this game, because Galway landed a bit of a blueprint in terms of how to get at Limerick, get loads of bodies around the middle, get loads of space around the middle, and then that's how you get the shots away, because Limerick's half back line do sit deep. It'll be interesting to see the likes of Conor Brown, because Conor Brown came back into the side. The last time they played, Conor Brown did a great job on Cian Lynch. He went toe-to-toe with him, and that's as good a job I've seen anyone do on Cian Lynch. Walter Walsh that day was incredible as well, plucking everything out of the sky. So it's massive, this game, because it shows Kilkenny potential ways to get at Limerick. But either way, Limerick are into the All-Ireland hurling final for 2022. Galway are out at the semi-final stage. Limerick 27, Galway 1-21. That's the match review here, guys, on Play On GAA. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It really helps us out. And until the next one, take care.